What's going on, fantasy football world? It's your boy Hot Soup Soupy. That's right, man. Coming to you with our episode of Top 5 Starts for Week 8. Do not set those lineups until you hear these top 5 starts. I got something cooking, boy. Ooh. Our first start for Week 8, must start guy, is going to be Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is very established in this running game right now. I don't know if y'all been noticing, but those targets and those touches are plus 20s. He's getting more touches than most RB1s in the league right now. Kareem Hunt going against Las Vegas this week. Las Vegas defense right now is ranked 27th in fantasy scoring versus the running back. They are giving up lots of yardage. They are giving up lots of touchdowns. Check out these stats. Las Vegas in week 1 versus the Chargers, 135 yards given up and a TD to J.K. Dobbins. Turned around and gave up 96 yards to Derrick Henry and a touchdown. They turned around the next week to Carolina, gave up 170 yards to Chuba Hubbard. That's one guy, 170 yards and a touchdown. Cleveland gave up 58 yards to your boy Ford. Denver, Javonte Williams goes off for 110 yards. Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, 122 yards and a touchdown. The LA Rams, they see the next week. And what does Kyren Williams do? Put up 76 yards and 2 TDs, giving up 136 yards, rush yards per game, 110 yards per game to the main running back. That's right. Every time Las Vegas goes and plays, they're averaging, this is averages, 110 yards they're giving up on the ground. 7 TDs given up to main running backs. They've played 7 games. 7 games they've played, and they've given up 7 touchdowns. What does that tell you for Kareem Hunt this week? Kareem Hunt gets everything in this offense. 25 touches, 24 touches. He's going to get another 25 touches this week for 97 yards and a touchdown. He's going to give you 17.2 fantasy points. He is a lock and load. He will be a top 15 guy this week. You heard it from the soup. Our number 2 player that is a must start in week 8 is going to be David Njoku. Versus Baltimore, they are ranked 28th right now versus the tight end in fantasy scoring. Tight ends have been going off versus that defense. Let me tell you a little something. 34 yards given up to KC in week 1 to Travis Kelce. The rookie over in Las Vegas puts up 98 yards on their head. Then they go over and Ferguson in Dallas in week 3 puts up 95 yards on them. Then they go to Buffalo, see Kincaid. Kincaid puts up 47 yards. They go to Washington, and Ertz puts up 68 yards. Then they go to Tampa Bay, and Otten puts up 100 piece on their head. Listen, any tight end can get off against Baltimore. No more Amari Cooper in week 7. Njoku gets 14 targets. Jameis Winston is better than Deshaun Watson. Jameis Winston is a gunslinger. Yes, he makes mistakes, but we don't care about no mistakes, right? We're not judging on how many interceptions Jameis Winston throw. We're judging on how many targets is Njoku going to get. This is fantasy football, y'all. Jameis Winston is a gunslinger. He's going to make splash plays, and Njoku is the best receiver now on that team. Get him in your lineups. Njoku goes off for 13 targets this week, 10 receptions, 87 yards. He's going to get you a touchdown, 19.7 points. Facts, not feelings. Njoku, 19.7 fantasy points. He finishes as a top 10 tight end in week 8. Get him in your lineups. Lock it, load it. Y'all heard it from the soup. And our number 3 player, Treese, that you need to get into your lineups in week 8 is a running back, and his name is Javonte Williams. Oh, that's right. You heard it from the soup. Javonte Williams goes against Carolina, who is 32nd versus the running back in fantasy scoring. That's right. They are ranked dead last. Everybody gets off against Carolina. Let me tell you, the Panthers give up 162 rushing yards per game. Not many wide receiver options in Denver right now. Williams will get all the pass down work. In the last 3 games, he has 11 receptions off 15 targets. Listen, man, he will be a top 10 back this week. Get Javonte Williams in your lineups. 21 touches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. 18.9 fantasy points. He will be in the top 20 fantasy running backs. I say top 15. Y'all heard it from the soup. Our fourth player, and I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but look, I gotta reach down. I can't just say, oh man, start Josh Allen this week. I'm not around here saying, hey man, go start Lamar Jackson. Come on, we all know start Lamar Jackson. We all know start Josh Allen, right? I'm going to get these guys that may be top 25, right? You only got 32 quarterbacks playing this week, right? So I'm going to go get a guy that's down in that lower tier that I think is going to finish top 10. And my pick, number 4, quarterback, Bo Nix versus Carolina this week. Again, Carolina ranked 29th against the quarterback this year. Almost that's 3 spots from dead last, right? Listen, you heard it from the soup. Bo Nix is going to go ham. He's going to have his biggest day he's had. In the last 2 games, Bo Nix is averaging 68 yards on the ground. That's 7 points in just rushing. All right. And who gives up the most rushing yards? Hello. We just talked about it with Javonte Williams. Those Carolina Panthers defense is terrible, horrific. So I see a lot of running yards from Bo Nix this week. I even get you a running touchdown. That's right. You heard it from the soup. Panthers defense versus New Orleans gave up 47 points. Los Angeles Chargers Panthers saw 26 points. The Panthers win against Las Vegas in week 3, 22 points. Cincinnati put up 34 points. Chicago put up 36 points. Oh, this is Caleb Williams, rookie, who y'all say is a terrible 36 points. Atlanta, Kirk Cousins puts up 38 points. Look, Washington's offense puts up 34 points. Did you hear what I did? Everything's in the 30s. 47 Derek Carr put up on them boys. Listen, man, everybody putting up points on the Panthers, including Denver this week. Averaging 68 yards rushing in the last 2 games. He's getting comfortable. He's playing against the weakest defense he's played all year. He's going to get Sutton involved this week. It was a dud last week. Trust me, Sutton got 10 targets coming this week. He will get his first 3 TD game. He's going to get 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. My prediction, 245 through the air, 2 TDs, 8 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown, 29.1 points for Bo Nix, and he finishes top 5 in fantasy scoring in week 8, man. You heard it from the soup. I ain't playing. Facts, no feelings. Let's go. My number 5 pick that you must get in your lineup in week 8. It feels good to say this. Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is going versus Seattle. Seattle defense gave up to Detroit 292 yards and 2 TDs. To the New York Giants, that's right, Danny Dimes put up 257 and 2 TDs on Seattle's head. San Francisco put up in week 6, put up 255 yards and 3 TDs on his head. That's right, man. Listen, Amari Cooper is now playing with the best quarterback he's ever played with. Last week, he only had 33% snap share. That means he was on the field for only 1 out of every 3 plays they had, and he still came away with 5 targets, 4 receptions, and 66 yards for a touchdown. Yeah, that snap percentage this week is going up. He's going to be around 75 to 80% snap share. Every 10 plays, he's going to be out there 8 of those plays. Those targets go from 5 to 10 this week. Man, I'm not playing no games. I know what it is. Josh Allen is given a number 1 receiver. Do y'all remember when Josh Allen had Stephon Diggs? The Stephon Diggs-Josh Allen combo was plentiful for fantasy owners. The same thing is about to happen with Cooper. You heard it from the soup. Amari Cooper this week goes off for 10 targets, 8 receptions, 107 yards, and a touchdown. He will get the most red zone targets out of anyone on that team from now into the rest of this season. Get Amari Cooper in your lineups. You heard it from the soup. I'm betting money on it. Yeah.